Good morning everyone, I hope you are well. Today, it's been over 2 months that we launched officially Tada on Apple and Google Store. I'm making that video for you in order to communicate about certain feedback we had, but also to share with you different numbers and figures on the project today. And finally, some important announcements that will show you our vision and also and mainly our ambition for the project. I hope you will like that video. Feel free to share your comments and your feedback. In order to provide you a bit of context about what's Tada, if it's the first time you heard about it, Tada helps artificial intelligence company to get high quality of data. And that data is really important to train machine learning system. It works thanks to a mobile application available on Android and iOS that allow any users to perform simple tasks, like read a sentence, take a picture, take a video, and so on. And user can be paid for that. First of all, I would like to come back from the beginning, from the day of the listing. In February, on X Launchpad from Multiverse, we launched the Tada token. From 2.2 cents, it grows up to more than 40 cents in few days, week. We observe a lot of buying pressure, but unfortunately not enough selling pressure at that time. And after a few days/weeks, the price of the token came back down, especially considering the price of the token wasn't correlated at all with the real project, with the mobile application, with the real value of what we are doing. The mobile application was under a beta version, beta stage. The buyback system wasn't finished at that time. So the only thing that moves the price of the token is the speculation of the market. The second interesting point we learned on that journey was how to launch a Web3 application on Apple and Android store. The policies from Apple and Android, first of all, are not the same, so it's not that easy to be compliant with both. And on the other hand, that can block you to do simple things. So that's why, for example, we had to add gems directly on the app. That's why we had to create a complex interface to let the user be able to buy in fiat thanks to Apple Pay, for example, but also in Tada, or to spend the gems they have. So we had to review the complete user experience in order to be, in one hand, compliant with the different policies, but also to be able to create the different features and behavior we would like for the Tada application. We are aware that currently the application is not that user-friendly, and we know that we have to make it as simple as possible for the future. But it's quite important for me to share with you that insights in order to explain to you maybe different choices. The next point is about the business itself. As you know, from the beginning, we started different discussions with prospects and AI companies that can provide you feedback about the quality of what we provide. We learned a lot of things. So first of all, of course, the quantity is really, really important. And unfortunately, for the moment, Tada is not able to provide enough data in comparison to the need from the big players. But step by step, and thanks to a good growth strategy, we will be able to reach that target. The second point is about the quality. We got different kind of feedbacks. We know that to reach different kind of needs from our customer, we will have also to improve the diversity of our user base with mainly different languages, but also and mainly different accents from different languages. That will be really, really important. Finally, and what quite interesting point we didn't even imagine. When you record an audio file from your smartphone, the system itself added something called an AFE, an audio frontend. That software layer will help to, for example, reduce the background noise. It will launch an echo cancellation system, and basically it will create a first layer of fine-tuning of your data. But when we sent different samples from our datasets, some artificial intelligence companies told us that they prefer the raw data instead of the fine-tuned data. So we continue to discuss with them in order to find the right path to create the data that can be really, really useful for them. Now, let's talk about KPI, the different figures, the different numbers. What's Tada today? Today, Tada has more than 30,000 of accounts created. Each week, more than 5,000 of people perform tasks directly on the price pool. Each week, we have an average of 1.1 million of tasks done. And in terms of diversification of our user base, we started Tada with mainly French people. So we have like from 40 to 45% of our user base are French. We have a large part of English people, then Romanian, Turkish, and different other countries. And finally, the last KPI is about the user acquisition. We currently reach an average of 500 new accounts created per day. And we launched the application only 2 months ago. Now, let's talk about the next step. With the Tada team, we consider today that what we initially had in mind when we launched Tada is currently covered. We release the mobile application on the stores. We have a user base large enough to create different tasks, millions of tasks. We base different things on the blockchain and we can provide data to companies. So now we will think about the future. We will think about the second stage and we will focus on growth. I will present what we plan to do and I will explain how you will be able to follow us on that journey. First of all, we understood something really important. Each time we release a feature, we expect from the community to get a lot of feedbacks, to improve it. But what we didn't expect initially is that it's not possible for you to provide us accurate and relevant feedback if you don't really know why we release that feature, why we spend a lot of time to improve the price pool and change the system, for example. You need two different things to get the big picture. First of all, to have a look, to be able to see directly the different KPIs we are following. And also, you have to understand our target, our goals, to understand why we are trying to improve that instead of that. That's why we will release soon a dashboard where you will be able to find online different metrics about the most important KPIs we follow internally. The users, the token, about the business itself, everything. You will be able to follow everything just as we did internally. And based on that, and considering I will communicate with you our objectives, you will be able to link every action, every development, all the energy we spend to improve it to reach the different of targets we have. That being said, you know that the stage 2 of Tada will be about growth. And I have something quite interesting to share with you today. You are aware about Telegram, to chat with different people, and it's quite known on the Web3 ecosystem. Our growth team created a simple bot on Telegram, thanks to the mini app ecosystem. On that bot, an user can perform simple tasks. We don't really use that data, but it's just an example for a user to show how Tada mechanism works. And after that, the user can download directly the mobile application. So it was really a user acquisition channel. In few weeks, we reached more than 150,000 of users. That's why we think about how can we leverage that new system, and we finally decided to launch the complete experience of Tada in Telegram. That's why I'm really happy to tell you today that very soon you will be able to find Tada directly on Telegram. The next point is about the different data. For the moment, for all the users of Tada application, you can perform different tasks like take a picture, read a sentence, follow a Twitter account, and so on. All these tasks are active tasks. You have to do something. Very soon, we will add a new kind of tasks, the passive one. I think you probably already see a pop-up when you download a new mobile application, ask app not to track. That means that your device itself, thanks to different sensors, can collect your passive data. There is different kind of data about your sleep, about your health, about your location, thanks to the GPS, for example. And there is a large list of different kind of data. You will be soon able to share directly with the app. Depending on that, you can earn XP on a passive way. Of course, it's a choice. You will be able to select the different kind of data you want to share with the app. You will be able to come back to your decision if finally you change your mind, and you will be able to refuse everything. So it will be up to you. But thanks to that system, even without taking enough time from you, you will be able to provide data and then earn XP. Also, we will soon decrease step by step the APR of the staking. As you know, for the moment, Tada boosts the staking thanks to the different tokens from the company. But that system is first of all not really healthy because it created selling pressure directly to the token, but also and mainly for the moment is not directly correlated to the real buyback mechanism, to the real customer, and so on. So that's why, step by step, we plan to reduce it in order to move and create a sustainable model and link it to everything directly on the app. Then, during the stage 2, we will continue to work a lot on the interoperability. That's really important for us to scale and also to have access to the different ecosystem and community. We already talked about Telegram, but there is also another quite interesting ecosystem we would like to reach, and it's Solana. They know how farming system works, and their active community can be really interesting for the Tada ecosystem. Of course, Solana is an example. I definitely think that can be really relevant for us, but we are also looking for other ecosystem, and we will continue to spend a lot of energy to spread Tada until every Web3 user learned about Tada. Then let's talk about the target we have for that second step of Tada. We would like to reach 1 million of users, 100k active users, and at least 100 millions of tasks done. We strongly believe that with this kind of KPI, we can be credible enough to discuss with a big player in the field of AI. And last but not least, I would like to share with you a feedback that at the beginning really confused me. A lot of people told us that we are not DigGen enough. To be totally transparent, I came from the Web2 field, so it was quite complicated for me to understand what is a DigGen behavior. But of course we work and we try to learn a bit about that ecosystem, and we continue to learn a lot of things, and you will discover it really soon about the growth mechanism we have in mind, about the referral system, about the tokenomics, about the addictivity of the platform. A lot of things will change. At the moment, we already developed all the features we will launch soon. But we will not press the green button right now, because what I learned from the Web3 ecosystem is that the good news at a bad moment will not provide you really good results. But when the market condition will be great enough, we will launch something big. And I really expect from you that you will be able to tell us that Tada is definitely DigGen enough to be one of the big players of that ecosystem. Finally, I would like to thank you once again for supporting us since the beginning, for the feedbacks we have every day, for helping us during the intense moments we have on the app, and to follow them until the end on that great adventure. Thank you very much, everyone. Feel free to provide me feedback on that video. As you know, I don't use to perform that kind of content, so feel free to tell me directly what can I do if you like or not that kind of video, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you very much. Bye bye.